Well, welcome to the arena on the campus of Northwest Florida State College in Niceville, Florida. It's always nice to be in Niceville, Florida. It's nice to have my partner, John Lavin, back with me. Coach, great to have you back.
Tom, it's good to be back. Coach Ross filled in admirably for me last week, and I appreciate him doing that for me, but it's good to be back in 2017. Looking forward to a new year with the Raiders and conference play.
Yeah, well, you set out a week. We throw in a Hall of Famer. He goes back to the stands, and he'll be analyzing it up there. But great matchup tonight. Perennial rivals here. Chipola Indians and Northwest Florida State. The first one, obviously, the women's matchup. Coach Greg Franklin, always a small roster, but they play big every time we play these guys.
They play big, and they play very, very hard. Coach Franklin does a great job with his program, and it's built a culture of winning, and just in the best conference in America with Gulf Coast, and one team's going to come out of there, and Northwest Florida has had a good beginning of the year, 14-3, kind of a shaky start right now in conference play, looking for a win at home.
It's the Lady Indians 17-1. They're 1-1 in the conference. Very, very similar team as far as athleticism. I think Chipola is going to be a little more athletic. The Lady Raiders a little more big.
Right. Starting lineups, Danielle Garvin, sophomore from Ajax, Ontario. Raven Baker Northcross, remember her from last year, sophomore from Malvern, Arkansas. Barbara Johnson, sophomore guard from Ontario, Canada. And Sydney McDonald, sophomore guard from Flint, Michigan. And Tierra Phillips, sophomore guard from Valdosta, Georgia. Like I said, very young, very sophomore-laden group, but guard-oriented. For the starters for the Raiders, Ashley Lee from Memphis, Bree Tidwell, Mercedes Claiborne, Brittany Snowden, and Jade Lewis round up the starting five.
Lady Indians controlling the tip as Danielle Garvin brings it up as Barbara Johnson. Again, Ashley Lee, number 12. She was the write-in last week. She was the administrative technical foul. Was not in the book. So it came off and played well. Danielle Garvin knocks down the first one, gets the first 2 points of the night for either team. Lady Indians up 2-0. Inside look, one dribble and kick out. 3 attempt for Jade Lewis. It's going to be long and a rebound by the Lady Indians, and they're going to take it out and try and run. Left side. 2 dribbles, Sydney McDonald working around the right side of the perimeter. Lady Raiders in man-to-man defense.
Both teams in man-to-man right now. Chipola looking to go inside.
Short 8-foot jumper good after a good pump fake by Tierra Phillips. 4-0 Lady Indians.
Got the high percentage shot they wanted, and good patience by the Indians.
Raiders working the perimeter left side again. Both teams in man defense. Stolen by Becker Northcross, and she blew the layup. As Kurt Gowdy used to say, they blew the layup. Still 4-0 early on here, opening quarter. Fourth conference game so far of the season. Third conference game for the Lady Raiders.
Chipola doing a nice job of switching on the perimeter, not allowing the Raiders to get any type of penetration.
They'll work it left side, right side, and shot clock violation for the good guys.
Not much flow offensively on that trip. Chipola, nice job defensively, getting in passing lanes and taking some things away. Coach McCoy would like a timeout to kind of discuss that and get a little more in sync.
30-second timeout by Coach McCorvey early on here. Chipola pitching a shutout, 4-0.
Pitching a shutout, and they blow a layup. Wide open layup by
it could be worse.
Baker Northcross, but Chipola comes in, as we mentioned, 17-1. Gulf Coast with the lone loss to Tallahassee is 2-1 in the conference. Still ranked number 1. Are they still ranked number 1 in the country?
I believe so. And you know the 5 teams in the Panhandle Conference, Coach Ross made this point, the other ranked in the top 15.
Exactly.
So the other teams, 5 of the top 15 are right here within 140 miles between Pensacola and Tallahassee. Is a foul on the floor.
That's right, a travel call. Good to see Mercedes Claiborne back in action. She's battled injury first couple of years of her career here.
She sure has. She's gotten that injury bug. It's kind of like the Tony Romo injury bug, you know. It won't go away, but yeah, she had a good game the other night in the first round and against Pensacola, and a foul on the floor against Chipola.
A little too aggressive there by Sydney McDonald, just trying to send a message to the Raiders how it's going to be defensively. Nothing's going to be easy.
Lady Raiders with that win the other night here against Pensacola, but never really seemed to get their rhythm or find their mojo, you know. Short shot back to Claiborne. She'll put it back up. Excuse me, Lewis, and misses there. Lewis, third time, not going to go. Rebound, Tierra Phillips. She's been active so far, 3-on-1. And good for three by Raven Baker, Northcross.
Well, that's a frustrating sequence right there. You had 3 point-blank looks at it, and they come down and hit a three.
Underneath, first points of the night. Left-handed layup by Brittany Snowden.
Great pass by Ashley Lee from the perimeter.
Baker Northcross left side. Going to try to go baseline. Fall away won't go. Rebound. Here come the Lady Raiders and want to push some tempo. Tidwell. Travel.
Nice defense there by Chipola was there for the charge. It was Tierra Phillips who had great position. Elected not to back down and take the charge, and it was a travel called.
7-2, 5-point lead. It's been all Indians early on here. 3 minutes, 15 seconds gone. Northcross long pass, cross court, 3 dribbles and ran into a wall. They're going to call for travel.
Same exact call. Coach Franklin really wanted a jump stop, and you know he teaches fundamental basketball. She should have jump stopped there and lived another day. Whenever you leave your feet, Tom, you're committed.
Coach Craig Franklin, boy, he's been around, hasn't he? I mean, I'm sure he had some opportunities to go a lot of other places. He stays right there in Mariana. Built quite a program. Left side off the glass and good left hand by Brittany Snowden.
Tough matchup for Chipola. Snowden with the experience and the skill sets. It's going to be a tough matchup for her in the post, whether she can keep the stamina to stay in the game.
Nice jump shot, 12-footer, good by Barbara Johnson. (9-4) as we approach halfway point of this opening quarter. In another 50 seconds or so. Right side, Ashley Lee gets hung up. Mercedes driving and floater goes in.
Great job of Mercedes, recognizes the matchup, goes to her right. Tough finish.
It's always good to say that finish when you say Mercedes Claiborne from Fort Walton Beach High School.
Absolutely. Good skip pass to Johnson.
And swatted away, but the Indians, Lady Indians, will maintain possession right in front of us here. Across from Media Row. We call this the Media Annex on this side. Left side goes Johnson. Pull-up jumper won't fall, and she got fouled.
Why she pushed
Tidwell.
Pushed off before she rose up for her jumper.
Look at that Media Row, media access here. My gosh. Now Mo, Larry, and Curley working it. 5:22.
Can I pick which one I'm at?
You'd like to be Mo so you could slap everybody around, huh?
I'll take Mo. Leader of the bunch.
There you go. Second free throw, good.
Good stroke by her, Barbara Johnson.
5:20 to play, opening quarter. 10-6, Lady Indians. Underneath, a lot of traffic underneath. Mercedes has it. 14 to shoot. Baseline won't go, a little off balance. Put back and tough fighting in there by Ashley Lee.
They're going to need some second shots. Ashley Lee doing a good job of getting inside and creating a second opportunity.
Lady Raiders having a 2-point game. There's that 10-foot jumper. This time won't fall. Nice rebound and fighting for it by Jade Lewis. Left side goes Tidwell. She'll take the left-handed jumper and it falls, and we're tied at 10. Here at the arena, don't let that lack of crowd on the other side fool you if you're watching. We'll get it filled up in a little bit, especially at the nightcap when the heavyweights go at it. Baseline jumper won't fall. Nice recovery and fight for it. It almost gave it away. Tidwell going to go left again. Picked up her dribble. Bailed out by Ashley Lee. Both teams staying man-to-man defense. Jump shot, free throw line, extended, good by Jade Lewis.
Jade Lewis, nice looking player. That's a tough shot she just made. Raiders with the lead.
Good defense by the Raiders. First lead of the night, crossover move, jumper, good.
Boy, Barbara Johnson knows her game, knows where she wants to get to, and does a great job of executing it.
Very fundamentally sound.
Exactly.
Inside, blocked.
Snowden needs a blow.
You can tell she's been battling that knee. Jumper won't go, and you can tell she's hobbling, getting up and down the court. If you want to play a tempo game, it's not going to be her tonight. She's more of just getting the post and bang it. Miss the other way. Here we come back. Chipola just blowing by the Raiders and blew another layup.
Snowden's begging to come out of the game. Looks like all Raiders are tired. Standing still on offense.
Hands on your thighs. And the short jumper won't fall. Here comes Chipola the other way. And it's amazing each year how Coach Franklin and the Lady Indians, as they convert the fast break, can play this tempo game with so few players that they put into rotation.
I forgot all about that. You're absolutely right, Tom. He does a great job.
They had 7 one year, and they're pressing and they're running.
Right, they play so hard. It's not like they're playing a 2-3 zone or just sitting back, but really strange timeout right there. They're up 15-12. They get a bucket to go up 17-12. Raiders obviously just exhausted as 2 or 3 players couldn't get back on defense. And Coach Franklin calls a timeout. Didn't like what he saw, I guess.
No, he didn't. Lady Raiders got the lead at 12-10, and that was kind of all she wrote in a 7-point run by the Indians.
And I believe they would have called timeout as well. But if you remember right, that's what he does. He doesn't mind using his timeouts. Different philosophy from a lot of other coaches who want to save those timeouts late in the game when they might need them to stop the clock and use time management. But he uses them quite frequently in the first half.
It's almost like in football, taking that timeout right before the 2-minute warning.
Exactly.
Going to take it. 2:26 to go, opening quarter. This will be a good one. Like you said, the Lady Indians staying in man-to-man so far and trying to force tempo, whereas the Lady Raiders, poor old Brittany Snowden, looks like she needed some oxygen.
She looks like how I feel. Exactly. The Indians just getting out and running, transition, doing a good job of filling lanes, and really, when you're playing 4-on-2, 4-on-3, you're going to get easy baskets.
Should be a great night. The Indians, again here for the first round against the Lady Raiders. Still working on some audio tweaking here as we're in game 2. The WD-40 games, we're working the rust off. Steal by the Indians. Blocked by Claiborne.
Amber Thompson in the game for the Raiders as a point guard, turns it over immediately, gets it back. Nice play there.
Inside, won't fall for Wanisha Young. Lost in the Lady Raiders will continue possession on the baseline.
Jasmine Rhodes in the ball game now. Also, Wanisha Young checks in for the Raiders.
Rhodes gets it into Thompson. The Fruit Oliver. Nashima Oliver goes by Fruit. She's our player profile. We'll check her out. Some of her personal information a little later on. Jasmine Rhodes, 15 on the shot clock. Working off the high ball screen. Thompson forced it up there. And here come the Indians again. They get it and they start looking to run. Long cross-court pass. They'll set it back up. Kick out. Nice move and nice second pass, but last touched by the Indians.
Good penetration by Tara Phillips there. Looked like she was going to go left, took it right. Just Again, should have stopped with a jump stop and made the bounce pass, the easy pass, and they would have had a finish. Ball goes off the hands of Danielle Garvin.
Buck 15 to play, opening quarter. 5-point lead, it's stuck. 17-12, we've been there for a few minutes. Long 3 attempt won't fall for the Raiders. Another board by Tierra Phillips. Interesting to see how many she's got after this first quarter. 3 attempt won't fall. Long rebound to Johnson.
You know, a lot of these names, Tom, really look familiar from last year. This is an experienced group, especially Barbara Johnson there. Just
there she goes again.
Very tough matchup for the Raiders. They can't stop her at this point.
7-point lead for the Lady Indians as we winding down the opening quarter. Baseline move good by Fruit Oliver. Nice use of the glass. It's down to a 5-point lead with under 30 to play.
Raiders sticking to the man-to-man.
Said Oliver, I think that was Naomi Bolasing with the basket. 3 attempt won't fall. 7 on the shot game clock. 6-5. Winding it down. Tidwell off the glass and around and around she goes. 2 points fall. What do you know? It's 19-16.
Raiders doing a good job in transitioning, giving the Indians a little bit of their own medicine.
1 down. We'll be back. After these words, you are watching the Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV.
Especially if she's the highlighted player of the game.
She is. Tell us a little bit about Fruit Oliver there, John.
Fruit Oliver, sophomore, center, point forward, averaging 9.5 points per game, almost 5 rebounds per game. 3 people she'd like to have dinner with: God, my mom, and LeBron James. If you were an Olympic athlete, what sport would you want to compete inside besides basketball? Track, throw the shot put. What's on your bucket list? Go to a Cavaliers game. If you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? In-N-Out Burger in California. What is your dream job? Have my own practice as a psychiatrist.
About that.
That is Fruit Oliver.
Bucket list. That's pretty good. A Cavs game. I got my wife's bucket list this weekend, going to see Golden State against the Houston Rockets.
Oh, wow.
Friday night, yeah. 4 rows deep, and then we get to go to Fixer Upper on Saturday. So double bucket list for young Betty Brazel. 3-point lead for Chipola as we're into quarter number 2 here at the arena. Almost dangerously thrown away. Runner off the glass, no good by Rhodes. Put back is good by Juanicia Young.
Raiders using the size to get another opportunity.
(19-18) as the Lady Indians have an unforced turnover.
Just a bad angle for the post entry. You want to try to dribble down and get a better angle for that for Tierra Phillips.
It's a lot of coaching and a lot of practicing to get that pass right.
Nice back cut.
And a turnover by the Raiders. Here come the Indians. They're going to push tempo coast to coast. Goes Sydney McDonald. 21-18. Lady Raiders trying to stay with that tempo. Got kind of a smaller lineup in. Off the glass by Claiborne, won't fall. Here come the Indians. And how about that, a steal? And could not finish it is Tidwell. 3, beautifully done. Nice assist. Way to knock it down by Sydney McDonald.
Great look by Barbara Johnson. She faked out the entire arena with that. She was going inside and kicked it back out for the 3.
Lead is 6 now for the Indians. Early second quarter. Off the glass and a 2-shot foul will be called. Naomi House, the culprit. the line for the Raiders, Naomi Bolasing.
Good looking stroke by Naomi.
84%, 85% free throw shooter on the year.
I can believe that. Good looking stroke.
One of two. Cut that average down a bit. But cuts the lead to 5. Nice crossover move, and that's her sweet spot, it appears, that little 10-foot jumper inside the paint.
Exactly right, Tom. She likes going left. And then very tough to defend. She knows where she wants to get, 10, 15 feet. That's her range, and she's got just a beautiful stroke.
Turnover. Barbara Johnson will inbound it from the baseline. Just about 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Still getting used to this quarters things in college for women.
Barbara Johnson already with 9 points.
Jumper won't fall. Rebound for Amber Thompson. Baseline, again, Barbara Johnson will inbound it. And a quick foul on Brittany Snowden.
With the first quarter stats, the Raiders do have the rebound advantage right now, 11-7.
Yeah, Tierra Phillips, I was bragging on her for Chipola with 3. Brittany Snowden with 4 boards already. High ball screen, she'll run around it. Looking for that sweet spot jumper and got fouled. So we'll see what she can do about a foot or so behind that.
Johnson with a nice move. Again, cross back over. Very nice crossover to the left. One to go back. She feels comfortable going to her left to shoot. And again, got to that 12-foot range.
Barbara Johnson, 55% free throw shooter on the year.
That's surprising. I thought she'd be a little better than that.
Out of Ontario, Canada. The Rock School in Gainesville, Florida, something out through Ontario, California. Excuse me, not Canada, California. Tidwell over to Bolasing. Bolasing got held, no call, follows it, and can make the most of it and go to the line to make 3 the old-fashioned way. Well,
they called a charge.
Let's wipe that off. And there'll be a charge on Bolasing. I guess they said they used the arm. Coach Steve DeMayo, to your right, not real happy with that call. Short jumper gets the roll.
Good timeout by McCorvey.
Coach McCorvey wants a full timeout to talk this one over with her team. 1 minute. We'll be back in 1 minute. It's been the Lady Indians on top right now by 11. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV.
Chipola jumped on them, Tom. It looked like they were going to have their way. Raiders came back and cut it to 3 at the end of the quarter. Chipola's going on another little run here at the beginning of the...
Before that, Lady Raiders on top, 12-10. And that's where we've been. 20 to 9 run.
Little matchup zone. Looks like this kind of turns into man. No, it's a zone. 1-1-3 zone, and the Raiders having a hard time
Amber Thompson will launch a three. It's going to be long and left. Rebound, Sydney McDonald for Chipola. Give it to Johnson here. Johnson very comfortable in that roll, and she just blew by and didn't stop for her jumper, took it all the way.
First time she's gotten to the bucket. Shows us her versatility.
Bolasing crossover move goes in the land of the Giants, off the glass, and good. Danielle Garvin picks up her dribble at the house. Inside, turnaround jumper, nice and soft, and goes for Danielle Garvin.
Very sweet, nice touch.
And Brittany Snowden with the left hand. Nice post move.
The scouting report is she is always going to her left. Great left-handed finish.
Brittany out of Pine Forest High School over in Pensacola. Cuts the lead to 11. Garvin, and she got bumped a bit. Garvin, the only of the Indians, a couple of them, using that rolled down pants look. They like that elastic. Make them shorter.
Just watching the officials, Tom, it doesn't look like there's a 5-second count. Not allowing any type of hand checks whatsoever. Really trying to make it an offensive game. Really limits the defense.
As opposed to, you missed the fun last game against Pensacola, John. First half, 34 fouls called in the first half.
Yeah.
Letting them play a little bit here. Jumper from the free throw line, back of the rim, no good. Rebound Naomi House, and we'll set it back up. Under 5 to play, opening half. House to McDonald. McDonald almost lost the handle. How about that? A little one-handed jump hook.
Well, they're just making tough shots. They're up 13 now. That was a very difficult shot.
It's a good defensive stand by the Raiders, but you make a good shot to end it. Crossover move, jumper for 3, won't fall. Baseline Ashley Lee, and she got fouled.
Coach Franklin giving up some size on the defensive end with the Raiders. Raiders would maybe like to keep this in a half-court game.
Ashley Lee out of Memphis, Tennessee, shooting 48% from the line for the year. 5'11" freshman.
Boy, as aggressive as their defense is, only the second team foul.
Yeah.
Actually, this quarter.
Ashley Lee, banks open. 36-24, 12-point lead.
Little zone by the Raiders right now. Trying to keep them out of the paint.
Left side, Jones. Inside out action, they're working to the right corner, 7 to shoot. And jumper won't fall, but swatted away, and rebound controlled by the Lady Indians. Wasting no time, putting up a 3, getting another offensive board, and another clock reset.
Real nice ball movement by the
Indians. That extra pass. And up off the glass and good by Sydney McDonald.
It's textbook right there. How the coach draws it up. Ball movement, attacking gaps against the zone.
3:18 to play, opening half. It's going to be a long night for the Lady Raiders. Nice floater by Jade Lewis.
Just Seems like every shot's a struggle, Tom, for the Raiders.
It does.
Side to side. Corner three.
Yep, not one dribble in that whole possession. Lost out of bounds. It's going to stay at this end. Under 3 to play. 12-point lead for Chipola. 30-second timeout.
Coach Franklin again with another timeout.
That's his mantra, right around just under that 3-minute mark. He's going to hit the TO button. Again, a great night for basketball. If you happen to be watching this on your mobile device, get out here. Nothing like it when Chipola comes to town. The Raiders will travel this week, Saturday night, at Tallahassee Community College, and have that Wednesday off, and then again the following Saturday at Pensacola State. We'll come back here on the 1st. That's a Wednesday night. Back-to-back games Wednesday, Saturday against Gulf Coast and Tallahassee. How's your schedule look there, Coach? You gonna be able to fit us in?
I think we're good. Would have been good.
Right,
Would have been good last week. We had a Tuesday game scheduled with Crestview, and officials didn't show up. So
that's sometimes a problem.
We had to reschedule.
They would let you. The coaches call it.
Hey, no.
Air ball by Chipola. Here come the Lady Raiders in transition, and Bola Singh misses the layup. Chipola says we want to run 2. Naomi with the steal, so we have a 3-on-2, and Mercedes couldn't hang on to it. Last touch by an Indian, 2:35 to play. The lead is still 12.
We talked about how the Raiders have struggled offensively. Every shot is contested. You got a wide open layup and you don't finish it. It's just very disheartening.
.235 inbounding. I'm not sure what the delay is going to be.
I see Fruit Oliver's in the game. Our highlighted player of the game.
Yep. Fruit.
Boy, she is
6'3".
She's a big girl.
Coach Franklin having some discussion. Not sure. He thought it was off last touch by the Raiders, and he's going to argue that point. He's got the casual shirt look. Inside by Fruit, off the glass, no good. Here come the Lady Indians again in transition. Right side goes Baker Northcross. Jumper for a 3 for McDonald, in and out. How that did not go, I don't know. Thompson. Left corner, Jade Lewis, a bit long. Here comes Chipola. They're going to run on every possession. Inside and the finish, it won't fall. Put back, second look won't go. Rebound Oliver. Mercedes drives it in. The luxury car takes it in.
Nice take by Mercedes. Raiders really needed that to cut it to 10.
Under 2 minutes to play. The Raiders would like to get this down in single digits before halftime. Johnson. And nice effort, but Bola Singh on the boundary. Substitution back in the game comes Danielle Garvin. Now I'll let you go with who she substituted there. We'll just call her Alex. Alex Obdufieg.
I don't have my glasses on.
Out of, just says one word where she's from, France. Doesn't have a city, just France. And foul on the drive.
Barbara Johnson forcing the issue there. Looked like she really had nowhere to go. Bailed her out with a foul. She's been the difference tonight so far. Double digits, controlling the tempo, playing the point guard position.
Bernicia Tidwell called for the foul. What a difference, 17 fouls tonight. Just a week ago, we were looking at 30 plus. Has a tendency to kind of slow a game down.
But that's been the point of emphasis, and really in college basketball all years, is letting more offensive flow, letting the offense do more, and not restrict them.
40 to 28, 12 points. with 1:12 to play. Crossover move, baseline. Chipola with the steal, and how about a 3-on-0? Good.
Too many easy baskets by the Indians. It's going to be hard to win this game if they keep giving up layups.
Again, both teams 1-1 in conference play. Critical game. Basket good.
Fruit Oliver, look what I found.
Yeah, and she'll go to the line. Fruit Oliver, 54% from the line for the year.
Good looking stroke.
Redshirt sophomore out of Codell, Georgia, Crisp County High School.
She reminds me, remember the big player from Arkansas, Oliver Miller? Like Oliver Miller.
They got the same name. First name last, last name first. 30 seconds and counting. Chipola, 5-foot jumper, good by Phillips. They do the little things right. They do the little things well, I should say.
They do. They're well schooled.
Runner won't go right side. 15 seconds. Johnson. Back out, 7 seconds. Crossover move, 3-point attempt. In and out, and that will do it for the first half of play. 13-point lead for the Lady Indians, 44-31. We'll be back after halftime. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV. at the arena. First possession will be controlled by the Lady Indians. I think they've established that they want to try and force tempo tonight, and they've done a good job of it. Little runner inside, good.
Not the start that you wanted if you're Coach McCory and the Raiders. Down 13, you give up a layup and go down 15, and now you turned it over. Off and running other Indians again.
There we go. Blocked. But stepped on the end line, did the Raiders, so Lady Indians will control possession. Barb Johnson inbounded.
I got a little messy up there with that chili dog.
Oh, yeah? 15 yards for piling on?
Yeah, they loaded me up.
Lady Raiders with a stop, and we'll take it the other way with Tidwell. Inside jumper, good by Jade Lewis.
Nice attack by Lewis. Back to 13. See if the Raiders can get a stop here.
46-33. The arena filling up one body at a time. By the time the heavyweights get out here, it'll be a nice crowd.
10 on the shot clock as Indians are got it in the hands of Barbara Johnson.
That makes it a 15-point lead, 48-33.
Chipola just, they do a good job making shots. They've got to be around 60% from the floor.
Inbound baseline. Runner left side, Mercedes, and she got fouled.
Nice strong attack by Mercedes. Goes to her left. I was speaking to her grandmother and mother in there, and she's had a great career here. I say great, been here for 3 years, marred with injuries. I'm glad to see her playing now, and they really look forward to her possibly going to the next level and continuing her career.
.8:20 to play and counting. Lead stays at 15. Crossover move. Phillips. I have a foul inside. Naomi Bolasing on the foul. First team foul of the half for the Raiders.
Raiders playing man-to-man, but denying everything. There's some back cuts. If Indians just a little bit have some patience.
A little unforced turnover, which is rare. Maybe a little bit of force to it on by Garvin. You know, kind of a wild runner by Brittany Snowden, had no chance. Caught nothing but fiberglass backboard.
Bang, bang call. Could have gone either way.
Bolasing gets 2 quick personal fouls here to start the second half.
Probably a foul.
That's her third foul.
You get it home, but didn't really have her feet set. Trying to get back in transition to stop that attack by Tierra Phillips. We didn't get halftime stats, did we?
Yeah.
What did Chipola shoot from the field?
Second free throw is off the mark, barely, and we're going to have a foul over the back.
48%, that's lower than I anticipated.
That was on Raven Baker Northcross, her second. 16-point lead for the Lady Indians. looking to go to Snowden inside, and she thought she got hung up.
Just the post entry passes by the Raiders are not solid. Part of it's the ball pressure by the Indians, but the other part is bad angles and just no touch.
Working it around again. Jumper for three, won't fall.
Tom, I do see
Rebound Mercedes, Claiborne.
I do see and notice a different energy level from the Raiders. A little more sense of urgency. They're battling. They're playing hard.
Brittany Snowden for the follow-up.
And as you know, when you play hard, good things are going to happen. They're trying to get back in this thing.
And a short rebound, though, by Lady Indians. Extra pass, fire the three, and it won't go by Becker Northcross.
Well, if we can cut it to 12 here.
Yeah, the Lady Raiders have gotten stops on the other end. It's just being able to convert on the offensive end. Three attempt is good by Brittany Snowden. You got your wish and then one. Cut it to 11.
Like you said, it starts on the defensive end. The energy is there. The desire is there.
Left side, three attempt.
Got to get a hand up.
Phillips, no good.
Off and running. Jade Lewis.
The Raiders forcing tempo, and it goes. Coach Franklin.
Good job by
waiting to see, doesn't want a timeout. He just kind of puts his hands out to his team and says, okay.
Really proud of the Lady Raiders. Had a chance to fold there when they went down 15. They battled back to 9. And like we talked about, just on the defensive end. Another steal.
Another steal. And turned it right back over trying on the outlet pass. But it misses everything.
And whatever Coach McCorvey said at halftime, I'd like to
bottle that
one.
Yeah. Barbara Johnson inbounds it over to McDonald. McDonald will get it back. Spin move, little short jumper off the mark. Rebound by Becker Northcross. Stepped on the inline. Coach Greg Franklin says, where's the foul?
He's wanted a foul on the last 3 or 4 trips.
9-point game. It was 16 not long ago. Lady Raiders trying to cut into it even some more. Claiborne got hung up. Baseline move in the paint. And nowhere but the basket support as Snowden tried to force one up.
They're going to have more than Snowden step up offensively. Jade Lewis is going to have to be that second addition.
Phillips. Becker Northcross, jumper for 3 by McDonald, air ball. Saved and fouled before it went out of bounds. Jade Lewis, her first personal. Third team foul for the Raiders in this third quarter. It'll be side out right in front of the Chipola side of the scorer's bench. And another foul, a quick one. Von Tidwell.
But if you're Coach McCorvey, you're happy with this because Raiders are showing the intensity and the defensive desire to get after it, create some steals, let their defense create offense for them.
Johnson going left. Nice pass. Garvin. Rebound Raiders. little sloppy play. Turns out we're going to go the other way. Chipola 4 on 3. Kick out to the baseline. Miss by Garvin. Rebound Lady Raiders. A lot of activity. Nothing happening though. Inside in the paint and a foul. Will send Brittany Snowden to the line.
Jasmine Rhodes comes right through. They had a post-up opportunity with Brittany Snowden, perfect angle. And Jasmine Rhodes just comes right through and brings her man. They couldn't pass it into her.
So big free throws here for Brittany Snowden. She's shooting 60.9% for the year from the line. Second free throw runs around and goes in.
7-point game.
Lady Raiders back in it as Brittany Snowden will get a well-deserved rest. Juanisha Young comes in for Snowden. Weave action by Chipola. Fall away jumper won't fall. Putback is up and good. Nicely done by McDonald. Lady Raiders trying to force a little tempo as well, looking for the skip pass. Claiborne has it up top. Picked up her dribble. Over to Lewis. It's the high screen from Mercedes. Off the glass and good by Juanisha Young. Lady Raiders hanging around. 7-point game. Off the glass and nice move by Barbara Johnson. She's got that acceleration as well as her quick stop jumper.
Raiders might want to have a timeout here. Some defensive breakdowns with fatigue. Now they have it over the back.
Fans not liking it, said that was assisted by Chipola.
Actually was a good call.
Into the game for the Raiders, Ashley Lee back in. Jasmine Rhodes will take a rest as we approach 2 minutes here in the third. Three attempt in and out. Putback is good. Danielle Garvin, some of the fans yelling for an over the back.
I can buy that one. She grabbed her shirt and definitely gained an advantage.
Mercedes tried to penetrate, couldn't do it. Here comes Chipola the other way, forcing tempo. Three-point attempt is good. Boy, you gotta like their spacing when they get into transition.
Could have been a call down here on Mercedes. I thought she got fouled with the body. Just no call, but they're letting them play this quarter.
Nice attempt at a steal by Becker Northcross.
I think Coach McCorvey's finally going to get her timeout. No?
No. Like you said, Coach Craig Franklin, like clockwork, take it at the end of a quarter. Full timeout. We'll pause for the cause as well for 60 seconds. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV. You're watching. No, that's not Pensacola State. The Raiders against Chipola College will be corrected shortly. 58-44 Chipola. Lady Raiders closed it to 7 early on. You know, it's hometown basketball when you have your pet on the back cover of the program, huh?
I thought you'd like that.
I did.
Lack of advertisers.
Either that or support from the canine community.
Absolutely.
Finding their back pockets. Minute to play here. Long 3 attempt. Won't fall for the Lady Raiders. Jade Lewis. Here come the Indians. They're going to go in transition. And nice stop by the Lady Raiders. Lost out of bounds. Coach Greg Franklin still working him for a call.
Sydney McDonald, sophomore out of Flint, Michigan. Really a nice player. Knows when to attack. Can hit the open 3. Really good in transition. Good defender.
.58-44 as we're at the 30-second mark. The Raiders would love to get this down a little bit more before the 4th period and can't seem to do it. 2-on-1 for Chipola. Transition wouldn't go, but foul on the play.
Beautiful pass by Danielle Garvin in transition. She shows her versatility. Post slash forward, running the floor, and makes a nice little touch bounce pass right on the money. Mercedes Claiborne had to foul to prevent the layup.
Baker Northcross. Ravens are first name at the line. 63% from the line for the year. Rattles around, and the second one won't go. Rebound, Lady Raiders, 14 seconds to do something with it. Let's call it 10 seconds. Little force action there, lost out of bounds. The Lady Raiders will have it with 3.5 on the baseline. Inbounding it is Ashley Lee. Jumper for 3 won't go, and that's going to do it for 3. It's a 15-point margin. We'll be back after these words. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV. Ready for the 4th quarter. Here at the arena, paging through the Palm Beach Viking basketball media guide, and each player profile has a favorite Coach Lavin quote at the bottom. You know, there's only one Coach Lavin quote.
What's that?
Ball don't lie.
That actually is my
Ball
quote.
does not lie.
Favorite pickup line.
My wife says that too. You'll say, something happens on TV, go, ball don't lie.
It doesn't. It never does. Raiders trying to get back in this thing, down 15. 4th quarter starting. Chipola went a little ice cold, down to 42%. Mainly the Raider defense picked up the intensity. They just couldn't get into that lead. They got it down to 7 and had some chances.
9:40 to play. It's going to be a fast 9:40. If Coach Greg Franklin has anything to say about it, he's going to keep the tempo going. (59:44). Barbara Johnson got no call there. 3-point attempt is up and no good. Rebound, Lady Raiders, Jade Lewis.
Referee's letting a lot of things go, Tom. It's
travel. I think, shining point of the game so far for the Lady Indians, Barbara Johnson, 19 points.
And 19 points with a very efficient 19. She's not a high volume shooter, doesn't need a lot of shots.
Averaging 12 and a half a year, so. Jumper for 3. Lady Raiders cannot buy one. Bolasing. Stop and pop move by Garvin won't go. Possession, Lady Raiders.
But it's been a pretty clean game in terms of not a lot of violations, not a lot of travels or double dribbles and 3-second violations, things like that nature.
The travel call on the floor was the first one I can remember that would just happen. 59-44. The winner of this game will increase their one-loss record in the conference to 2-1.
Brittany Snowden doing work on the offensive glass. Be awarded 2 shots with the foul.
Makes the first. This is the second, 14 points tonight for Snowden. And that'll last be touched by the Raiders, Amber Thompson. 8.5 to play here in the opening of the twin bill. Heavyweights on at 7:30 or thereabout. Always a big rivalry, the Chipola men and the Northwest Florida State men, as are the ladies. McDonald thought about it. Between the legs, 7 to shoot.
Travel.
And no call. Bolasing right side. Nice move. Oh, will it go off the glass? It does. Naomi Bolasing from Queens, New York. That was a New York playground move if there is one.
Exactly. Took the words right out of my mouth. See if the Raiders can get a stop and get this under double digits.
Stop and pop won't go for Tierra Phillips. It'll stay with Chipola.
They got the miss. They just needed to secure the rebound.
7.5 to play here. Three-point attempt by Johnson. Nothing but air. Putback is up and good by Sydney McDonald. And it'll go back to Chipola to the chagrin of some of the fans.
A lot of body contact on that.
It was. Like you said, they're letting them play.
Yeah. But down there, Raiders had their chance. You can't give a team like Chipola 3 different looks at it.
14-point lead was under 7 to play, or right at 7 to play. And
legal screen.
Tara Phillips called for the illegal screen. with the few fouls that we've had, no one really in foul trouble. Phillips with 3 fouls.
Chipola most of the night has been in that man-to-man. Making things very difficult for the Raiders.
Long 3 attempt. Nothing but fiberglass. Chipola the other way. Who else? Barbara Johnson. Kicks it out and good by Garvin. And Coach McCorvey's seen enough. She wants to talk this one over. "30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here."
It's tough with the Raiders. They just don't have the scores, don't have the outside shooting that the Indians have. And Coach Franklin's team, he's put together a nice team of guard-oriented. They know who they are. They know what they want to do. And they've got really, really good leadership that puts them in things that they want to get into. Not much of the inside presence, but they can spread you and they can.
What's scary about the Panhandles, who we've not seen yet? Gulf Coast.
Right.
Here.
Our women saw them.
Our women saw them. We haven't.
Probably saw too much of them Saturday night.
Oh, boy. Yeah. 44-point win for Gulf Coast over Northwest Florida at Gulf Coast on Saturday. Basket good. As we approach the 6-minute mark.
It's a real nice job by Bree Tidwell, recognizing the run and jump and through the diagonal pass, and Raiders get a layup.
Coach Franklin, last few possessions, they've been taking as much time off the shot clock as possible. They've got 9 to shoot. Inside. No good. Put back, no good. They got 2 looks at it. But what's funny is, to me, it seems like they're not getting as good of looks, taking as long as they have been when they were in transition, running and forcing tempo.
Right.
12-point lead, 63-51.
Just stuck at that 10-12 mark. We just really can't break that.
Johnson over to Garvin, who got knocked out of bounds.
I think the officials have a date somewhere. They're not.
You want to get this one in the books.
Yeah.
Maybe they think they're calling a game at Fort Walton tonight. They got to get out of here and get over to it. 5:17 to play. Barbara Johnson lost the handle. 1 second to shoot, and how about that? Say it didn't touch anything. Sure didn't. Nothing but nylon. 66-51.
Just that kind of night.
Blocked, and here we go the other way. Tierra Phillips tried to find McDonald on a cut.
Yeah, the ball was. Raiders played great defense for actually all 30 seconds. And the ball was deflected. The wrong girl gets it, just throws up a heave, and it goes in. That's when you know it's not your night.
.15-point margin. Raiders need points, and they need points quick in every possession. There was a start, but Snowden couldn't knock it down. Post-up move off the glass, no good by Sule.
Down 15 with 4.5 to go, Tom. The Raiders aren't built for this. They're not built to make a quick comeback. They don't have the three-point shooting, and they can't press.
Yep, 2-point shot won't fall by Jade Lewis. 4 minutes and counting.
Danielle Garvin's really displayed some nice finesse, nice touch. Not a banger, but she knows her game.
Becker Northcross, Thompson, that's the wrong team. Runner by Mercedes, and Mercedes got traveling. Oh my goodness. When they're gonna let them play, I guess you're gonna let them play. Under 4 to play. 17-point margin. Barbara Johnson hits the brakes. Now they'll run the offense. Left side, 6 to shoot. Johnson, crossover move, back out into the corner, and shot clock violation. You're not going to get that when you got quick thumb Lionel Fayard over there on the shot clock working at you. He's not going to let you have anything, even a half a second.
Quick thumb Lionel.
3:10 to play. Again,
you got to let it fly. There you go.
Won't fall. Rebound total adds up for Garvin.
Uh-oh, Barbara Johnson limping out. And that's sometimes what you get when it's a real physical game. The officials let it get really physical and some injuries happen.
Official timeout. Now they're ready to go. Again, Saturday night, Lady Raiders travel to Tallahassee for a 4:30 Central Time tip. Have the week off, and then at Pensacola State on the 28th. Left side, Phillips. Running baseline is Garvin. She got fouled.
Coach DeMayo just clarified that in men, and looks like in women too, there are no 5-second counts. So you can dribble out there closely guarded.
Until you pick your dribble up, right? Then your 5 seconds, even after.
I guess there's no 5-second closely guarded call anymore.
And nice save by Sydney McDonald right in front of us as we approach 2.5 minutes, and it looks like Bola Singh has a injury.
He took a wide open layup away from the Indians. I'm not sure they can do that, but Bola Singh.
Let's go back and talk about that rule. I mean, there's no closely guarded, but if you pick your dribble up, and you've got 5 seconds to do something with it then, right? You can't just hold the ball for.
To be truthful, I'm not.
Yes, same as on.
Yeah. They changed it this year, and like we talked about in the college game, nobody wants to see a free throw shooting contest, but they don't allow bump and cutters anymore.
Right.
The physical game, the way you used to coach it or like to coach some coaches, got to change their personality, change their style. So it's really advantage offense. That's why you see so many high-scoring games. I mean, you have 20-plus teams averaging 80 points a game in college.
2:24 to play. Outside Phillips off the glass, won't fall. Fights, gets her own rebound, 9 to shoot. She didn't hit the rim, so there's 7 to shoot. Phillips inside, off the glass, and good by Danielle Garvin. 2:04, and it's a 19-point game. Turnover again, and the Lady Indians and kill some more clock with a $1:47 to play. 70-51.
Well, if you're the Raider hopeful, and actually the Raider team, you want to try to keep this respectable because they have played well this second half. They played hard.
And a silly foul with 6 on the shot clock.
And it's
by Bernicia Tidwell.
And it's really not a 20-point win if Chipola were to hang on now.
A fresh 30-second clock for the Indians.
Wow.
And they didn't realize it. They thought the shot clock had expired or was about to. Runner good by Tidwell. Minute 12, 70-53. Hang around, the heavyweights will be here in about a half an hour. Maybe they'll start it early, we'll see. Normally it's a 7:30 start. As Phillips trying to dribble this out, 6 to shoot. And into the cheerleaders.
Chipola does a nice job of utilizing those handoffs, and it acts as a screen as well, so you can get the handoff and actually be a legal moving screen.
Missed by the Raiders. Put back, a foul. Amber Thompson will go to the line. One of the rare fouls called tonight.
Especially under the basket for the Raiders. Amber Thompson from Dyersburg, Tennessee. We had them down in our tournament, Dyer County.
Yeah, some basketball up there, isn't there?
Head coach is Derek McCord. Coached the boys and the girls.
Missing now. Coach Greg Franklin going to open his bench up with 36 ticks left. When I was playing at that first year at Bruner Junior High, that's when I got in, 36 ticks. Get in there, Brazel.
I don't think I got in with 36.
70-53.
No lead was too safe.
No, it wasn't. Left side, Ambrosio. To House, Naomi House. Some of these names we haven't called all night.
Good call.
And travel. Used to see this a couple years ago. Coach Greg Franklin come over here with 7 or 8 women. Like, how do you scrimmage? I guess you just do drills or you run your offense.
He's got a deep team now.
He does. He's got like 9.
Remember the post player that went to Kentucky? What a hard player she was.
Oh, gosh.
Can't remember her name.
Off the glass, a miss. Lady Raiders, and that's going to do it. Will it go? Will it count? It won't. 70-53. So the Lady Raiders will drop to 1-2 in conference play. Chipola will elevate and be tied with Gulf Coast at 2-1. So the men will be back in about 30 minutes for the nightcap. Let's take a break, and we'll do it again in 30. You're watching Raider basketball on Emerald Coast TV.